Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to deal with poem written by William Shakespeare, All the World is a Stage. Before we move on to the poem, let me tell you a little more about William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 and he died in 1616. He is one of the greatest dramatists of English literature. He has written many masterpieces like Hamlet, Macbeth, As You Like It, and many more. He has written 37 plays and 154 sonnets. Sonnet means it's a kind of a poem consisting 14 lines in it. He is also known as Bard of Avon, that is, National Poet of England. So let's begin with the poem All the Words is a Stage. All the Words is a Stage is actually a monologue said by one of the characters from William Shakespeare's play As You Like It. In this poem, poet has compared our world to a stage where drama of human life is enacted. So let's see how he has compared our life with stage. All the words a stage. World is compared to a stage. Stage where drama is performed, where drama is enacted. And all the men and women merely players. In a play there are characters, there are players, and they perform different role. Same way we human beings, men and women, we are also players, we are also characters, and we are also playing different roles. They have their exits and their entrances. In play you must have seen that particular actor, player is taking entry and he is taking exit. Entry it means birth and exit it means death. When we have to perform our role, we take entrance on the stage, and when we are done with our part, when we have played our role, we have to take exit from the stage. This entry it means our birth and exit it means death. And one man in his time plays many parts. Poet says that we have to play different roles. Parts means different roles. And his acts being 7 ages. He says that there are 7 phases, 7 different roles that we are playing in our life. Throughout our life, we go through those 7 different stages. Now what those 7 different stages are? Let's see it. At first, the infant. The first stage of our life is infancy. When we are in our early childhood days, when we are in our babyhood. Mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. When we are infant, when we are baby, we are mewling, we are crying. And puking, puking it means we are vomiting. In the nurse's arm, in the arms of our mother or in the arms of our caretaker, we are crying and we are puking, that means we are vomiting. This is the first stage of our life. Now in next line he talks about the second stage of our life. Let's see. Then the whining schoolboy with his sachet and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwillingly to school. In second stage he is talking about our childhood. When we are a school going kid, we are carrying a bag. Sachet means our school bag. But we are reluctant. We are not ready to go to school. Whining, it means that school boy, that school going kid is complaining. He is not willing to go to school. He hesitates. And maybe he is crying. That's why those tears are rolling out on his cheeks and that makes his face look shining. He is unwilling to go to school. He doesn't like attending school. So he is not ready to go. He is simply dragging his feet. So it is said that he is creeping like a snail. He is moving very slowly because he is hesitating. He is not ready to go to school. Now next stage is third stage, that is a passionate lover. In our teenage days we can say we experience this stage. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress eyebrow. Here he talks about this third stage. Passionate lover is sighing like a furnace. He is very angry. He is singing a ballad. Ballad means a song, and woeful it means a sad song. He is singing sad song. He is addressing that sad song to his mistress. Mistress it means his beloved. Then a soldier. Now he talks about the fourth stage, that is soldier. It means it is youthful days. This fourth stage is of youthful days. How that soldier is, see, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard. He is very, very dedicated. He can accept any challenge. Strange oath here it means he can go to any extreme to accept any challenge. And bearded like the pard. Pard it means it's a poetic short form for leopard. And how that soldier is, he is jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. This soldier is very jealous in his honor. If his honor is at stake, if his pride is at stake, he'll get easily into quarrel. He is ready to fight. He doesn't bother about smacking anyone down if his honor is at stake, if his esteem is at stake. He is very, very passionate. His spirits are very high. He is like a raging gulf, seeking the bubble reputation. And what he is looking for, he is looking for the reputation. But how this reputation is, it's bubble reputation. Bubbles are living only for short time. It means reputation is like that. It is ephemeral, living only for short period of time, even in the cannon's mouth. And for that reputation, he is ready to accept any challenge. Even he is ready to accept death also. That is what the fourth stage here poet has talked about. Now let's move on to the next stage. And then the justice. This is the fifth stage. When person becomes a matured one, he becomes a judge or he becomes a knowledgeable person. And then the justice. In fair round belly with good capon line, with eyes severe and beard of a formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances, and so he plays his part. Now he talks about that knowledgeable person who is maybe entering into his mid ages, mid 40s or mid 50s, where his life is becoming a little bit sedentary. He is not doing physical activities or he is not doing exercise, and that's why he accumulates fats on his belly. And that is what given here in this line. In fair round belly with good cap and line, with eyes severe and beard of a formal cut. This beard of a formal cut, it actually signifies that he has gained some knowledge. Through his experiences, he has better understanding of life now. Full of wise saws. Wise saws, it means sayings, wise sayings. Now he has gained a lot of knowledge. He knows many things. And modern instances, many modern things also he know about. And in this way, he plays his part. This is the fifth stage that poet has talked in this poem. Now let's move on to the next stage, that is the sixth stage. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloons, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose, well saved, a world too wide, for his shrunk shank and his big manly voice, turning again to a childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Now, in this sixth phase of our life, we are not as strong as we were in our youthful days. It is beginning of our old age, and that's why we become lean. We don't have that physical strain that we had in our youthful days. Into the lean and slippered pantaloons. Pantaloons, it means garment. So we are wearing those slippery pantaloons and we have become lean. It means we are not that much masculine in this stage. With spectacles on nose, and what we have got on our nose? spectacles. It means we are becoming old. Our eyesight is becoming weaker. And pouch on side. Pouch on side, it means whatever money he had accumulated in his youthful days, now that is what his only money that he has left with him, with his youthful hose. Youthful hose is actually reference to his youthful days. Hose means actually a close fitting garment. So whatever money he had saved in his youthful days, he is using that money now. For his shrunk shank. Shank, it means knee down part of our leg. His legs have become now weaker. And his big manly voice turning again to a childish treble. His manly voice, the strain that he had in his voice, now that is also lost somewhere. His voice is now like is very treble. Treble means what? Like his voice has become very weak like a child. And pipes and whistles in his sounds. Pipes and whistles, it is reference that this in this old age that man has lost his teeth, and that's why he is unable to utter words clearly. So it is said that pipes and whistles in his sound. Now he is talking about seventh stage of our life, that is the final stage of our life, last scene of all. It is the last scene that we are going to enact on this stage of life, that ends this strange eventful history. Now in this seventh stage, whatever eventful earlier stages had happened, they are coming to an end. And this last stage is nothing but our late old age days. This is also called as second childishness. That ends this strange eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. The way we were in our childhood days, in our infancy time, same way now we have become in our late days. We have become totally dependent. We have become just like that child who was mewling and puking. And mere oblivion. Oblivion, it's a stage in which we do not understand anything. We have lost our consciousness. Sans teeth. Sans, it means without. Without teeth, without eyes, without taste, without everything. Finally, we are without teeth. We have lost all our teeth. We have lost our eyesight. We have lost the sense of tasting it. And finally, we are without everything. It means we are entering into our final journey, that is death. In this way, in this poem, All the Word Stage, poet William Shakespeare has compared our life with those seven different stages, with seven different scenes of our play. Now, in this poem, poet has used several poetic devices. Let's talk about them. First poetic device used in the poem and that is made popular by William Shakespeare is blank verse. Now, what is meant by blank verse? Blank verse, it's that poetic device in which there is no rhyme scheme, but there is a steady rhythm. Steady and uniform rhythm is in the poem. Along with that, he had also used several figures of speeches, like alliteration. In shrunk shrunk, in that line, there is use of figure of speech, alliteration. Inversion. Inversion, it means what? Word order is changed. Metaphor. The whole poem is metaphor. From title till the end, poet has used metaphor at several instances. We can say that it is an example of extended metaphor. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means when words are denoting sound, like pipes and whistles. So those two words are actually referring to the sound. And that is what an example of figure of speech, onomatopoeia. Simile. Obviously, simile, it means comparison. When he is comparing that schoolboy, when it is said that he is creeping like a snail, that schoolboy's walk is compared with creeping of a snail. That is example of figure of speech, simile. Next is transferred epithet. Transferred epithet means what? Noun is transferred from one, adjective is transferred from one noun to another noun. His youthful hose. Now that youthful hose, actually it means his youthful days. So that adjective is transformed from one noun to another noun. In this way, poet has written various figures of speeches and a very important poetry device, that is blank verse. I hope you have understood the explanation of this poem. If you have liked it, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and yes, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.